Oh, I love this. Babe, look at this. This was sitting right there.
God, you have to buy the whole table
Look.
to get that, but it's cool. Hold on.
Has a little stopper.
Let's check it out. Oh.
And look, in there it says sterling.
Okay.
I don't know if any... Well...
Ooh.
We'll see. Might be a tough get.
Well, the garbage
There's
can
some
is full.
there's some sterling people here. You do like this. Is that a nugget? Is that all the nugget people? McNugget buddies? That's probably... There's quite a few toys here today. That's probably why it seems so busy here. Is because toy people showed up. That's cool.
That old Ronald McDonald?
Yeah.
That little one's cool too. She's in rough shape.
3 CD disc changer. You would have been so cool if you would have had that in your room.
Definitely. Tape deck too. Man.
See, look, let me show you all the toys. Look, signed football, the sports stuff. Look,
Jordan's back.
all the toys. It started to rain, so they were underneath a cover, and they had to cover up the tables. Outside, I'll show you. That's cool.
Big box of sandpaper. Look at all that.
Oh, that's gold.
It is gold.
Hey, a Roomba. Your mom wanted one of those.
Yeah, I don't. We see so many.
We
Donated.
don't see Roombas. We see the knockoff donated.
But I still see them donated, so they must not.
It
really
probably
work.
like eats their cat's tail or something.
Yeah. Bunch of jewelry displays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me show you. See all the tarps? They had to cover everything. All over there. This one has a cover over it, so they didn't cover anything up. They usually do like tools and books and stuff back here. Look, a Ninja. Ninja coffee thingy.
Collector's place.
Look, some old cell phones. If it was like flip phones and stuff, those actually do well. Oh, look, here's a flip phone. Oh, it's all beat up though.
This Motorola one.
Old man with a beard.
It's an old,
Oh gosh.
That's back when the
I had-
batteries were separate.
I had like a Nokia like that. I think it was like purple.
Some of these things can sell.
Yeah. Okay, we'll walk over this way.
You can sell some damn cabinet.
Right? That's a nice stool.
And you get a little cheeky umbrella.
$3 choice. 306. Take two. $3, guys. $3. $3. $3. You got 1, 2, 3. I've got 6. Give me
I can get this for like
Give me $2.
tops $15. I'll go for it.
$12.
This was cool. I was already looking this up.
Yeah, it's gonna
The
be.
solds are between like 65 and 100, depending on its condition. Yeah, I was gonna take a picture of that actually.
It's probably gonna bring up
License plates.
license. What is it? A license? I guess it is, isn't it?
Well, it's a little big, but maybe. Okay, it says that they're German license plates.
Wow, that's like as big as
Isn't
a
that
bumper.
cool? That's gigantic. I really thought maybe it was for a
kinda
street
think that's
sign.
cool. If we come back here, I want to get it for
Okay.
myself. I
Okay.
don't buy much for myself, but they don't sell much. But it's neat.
I bet the train guys here.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
always
This you can't go after these here. They love these
no.
things.
Yeah, they love the trains.
Let me take a picture. Let's see.
Unless
Let's do an experiment.
unless he's a couple of the particular
haven't
people aren't here.
I haven't
it's
seen the
a-
little short guy yet.
Well, one of them's like a really old fella who likes to wear like cowboy boots and a big old belt buckle, and he's always bidding on this stuff.
Yeah, it's rare, but $10 and $25. So
Oh, not rare enough for me.
not rare enough.
Okay, let me. There's a couple of these tables that are uncovered. I'll show you what's over there. This is why the electronics out here kind of scare us. They got all wet. Some blue willow. I love that. I was showing that to Aaron. Oh, look, little shrimpy ones. And another plate. I haven't seen what's on under these. When I got here, they were hurrying to cover them all up. Look at this. I hope I can get that. Made in Egypt. Those are really cool. Let's peek under there.
I think he's different.
A lot of this was here last week. Look, this is what we were talking about. The Marie Antoinette with a whole missing arm. And then the front of her dress was broken real well.
Oh wow, yeah, that's rough.
You could see, well, if you didn't see all that glue. And then I tried to get, oh, there's a frog in there, you guys.
A real frog?
Yeah, a little tree frog. Look at that. Oh, hey, little fella. Just don't jump on me. You'll freak me out.
What is?
It's not the Prince Albert you think it is.
No, but do you think he knew that was going to be named
No.
after him?
No, not at all. I saw Aaron struggling, trying to be like, what is that?
Poor guy. Wants him to be known for something like that.
You never know.
Goodbye. $15 too.
McDonald's cups.
And you saw a lot of this that come from an antique mall, look like too. It had the stickers.
Another uncovered table.
$10 on the plumbing. $10 all.
Let's see what this says.
$10. $10.
Cambridge
How much?
Chantilly.
Got 10, one for 12. 10, 12, 10,
This one
12,
with the sterling
12.
overlay.
$10 to $381 on the plumbing. What's the box here then? On the gray toolbox with tools, with content.
They've uncovered some of the tables to show us. Look at this basket. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, it's a pencil box. It's a ruler bag like this.
I'd love to get her.
Kind of different.
Yeah, those are heavy. They would throw them. See how far they could throw them? That's that. Yeah. Yep. Look at this beauty. This one's cute too. But that one's awesome.
Yeah, that's unique.
We got an old painting by Wells. Some pennants. 1970s. That's cool. Look at all these old bats.
Louisville Slugger, H&B.
Those Louisville Sluggers.
Yeah. A lot of Baltimore stuff, so.
Do pretty good. Hellrich and Bradsby.
Yeah, there was definitely a big sports collection. Because
Oh, it's probably Reich or something. If I'm.
Yeah, the Wheaties things over there.
The toys, more glasses.
The load.
Ooh, a black plate.
You like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Royal something.
Tannard.
Oh, okay.
Tandard.
What's that bird plate? I'm curious.
It's a Cardi West.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. They're selling the truck right now.
I thought they already did that.
Oh, look. This is the cat Aaron's mom wants.
Yeah, we had two, but we gave them to our neighbor.
Yeah, a couple years ago. I told her, I said, if I would have known. And they do like swans, too. This one. Hold on. I don't know if they turned this one into a lamp. No, it's just a plug sitting on there.
Preakness, wasn't that one of those Kentucky Derby horses or something?
I used to do okay with Kentucky Derby glasses, depending on the year and stuff. Here's a old bank. And a box of Glad wrap. Some saran wrap.
And Ziploc bags.
And Ziploc bags.
Nice.
Hey you guys, so as you guys saw, it was auction day. It was rainy. Stuff got wet. They had to cover it. It took a little longer than normal, even though it's been taking a bit there. But I was able to get some cool things. I did have to end up leaving before they were even close to being done because, you know, stuff to do. But let me show you what we were able to get from today's auction. Here it all is. Let's take a closer look. Okay, first up, I got these great... It looks like they just went to an old house with like a Sawzall or something and took them right out of the door frame. So I'm going to clean these up, but look, what's cool about these is they can stand up on their own. So you can make them be some kind of decor piece. Or I was thinking, what if you actually had them like on the wall? Well, you'd have to get one that's a little more level or maybe flip that the other way. And then it could hold like a curtain rod or some kind of rod or something in the kitchen, a towel rod, something like that. That would be really neat. So I just love these old home salvage pieces. So I got a few of those. Now some of this stuff was in box lots. Like for example, I didn't specifically go after this, but it was there in a box. This was in a box, a little moon-shaped flower frog. I have to try and bend that back. This was in a box, but I did want this little pin cushion. I bid on this by itself. I thought this was really neat. I think it's missing a little pole there, or maybe you could move them around or so. But I think this is pretty old. And then I got this. I don't know what this is yet, but I thought it all kind of was cool. And it like went together. If you guys know what this is, I haven't looked it up, but I thought it was neat. So there's that, and then look at this pin cushion. It was like a pin cushion day. There was a few that I didn't get because he lotted it with something else that went a little higher. But this was my favorite. This is the one I was going after. Look how pretty she is. Now she looks like she might have had a flower or something right there, but that's okay. Look how beautiful. Love her. And then I got a Hager reindeer. That'd be not reindeer, but deer planter. It'd be nice for the fall, or just people that like mid-century stuff. That color is very popular. This was in another box lot, but I did bid on it because I liked these vintage handles, these little knobs, and I believe they do glow. Let me try and find my little light. First look at this. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's come over here. A tiny glow, not like the other doorknobs, but they had a little glow to them. So that was in, like, this was in there. The little flower frog was in a box, in that box. This was in there. And this was in there. So there was a few things. And then these little pieces were in here that I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save this little lamp part because you never know when you'll need it. And then we had some random pieces of like silverware and stuff. This old book, I think it said 1912, and it has like a purple velvet cover. Now this fan doesn't have any painting on it, and it does have a little tear, but I could tell that it's an older fan, so I thought it was kind of neat. I'm like, I might keep it. I know it doesn't have any artwork on it, but. And then some beeswax candles. I just like those for myself. And then I thought these were interesting because I'm constantly shoving paper towels in my candle holders to get them to stay upright. So I'm gonna keep that. And then there is this great, these picture frames are so pretty. I have 2 heart mirrors in my bedroom that are like this type of Venetian style glass. So hopefully that's what's in the box, and I'll keep that. And then I thought this little whisk was kind of cool for like little coffee and stuff. So that was just random things. Now on to something that I paid for. I bought this piece here, and then they threw in this bigger platter. Everything needs to be cleaned. You guys saw there, it was outside and stuff. So I did buy that. I bought this thunder pot or chamber pot. It's a really cool piece. I love it's very like man cave like. You could use it like a planter or whatever, you know. You could decorate a kid's room, put a tree in it, something. They don't need to know what it was for back in the day. All right, and then I got this set here. It did come with 1 extra lid, so it's something else would have went to it. But we have farina, tea, rice, a salt cellar. See how dirty it is? Needs to be cleaned. Nutmeg, cloves, allspice, and ginger. So I got that set, and then I got these like real quick on chance, but they don't glow, unfortunately. These green bowls. I'm like, darn it. This was, I think, maybe this wasn't covered. Some of the stuff was covered, as you know, so we didn't get a lot of time to inspect. Then I did win this pitcher, and this says Sterling right there, so I was happy about that. Let me come back over to the end of the table. All right, this stuff was in, hi Gumpy, Gump. Oh man, he's not having it. This was in with stuff that they lotted together. So technically I paid for it, but it's not what I went after. I did get this piece of blue delft. I thought it was very interesting with the lid, with the metal lid. These were thrown in with something that I got. This is a really cool old little milk pitcher or something. That was thrown in with something that I was getting. Now let me take a second and move these out of the way. All right, then I did bid on this. Aaron wanted this. It's actually a German license plate. It's vintage, so I think he's gonna keep this in his collection. He thought that was pretty cool. A lot of these papers, by the way, are like music stuff. And if I remember correctly, because I looked through it, a smidge. See, like that. And there's like a couple random books in there, but most of it's like music sheets. Then this, I wanted to bid on this if it would have been okay, but it had like this crack down the side. And at the very last second, I was waiting for him to hold up this little plate, and he took this bowl and he threw those papers in it, and then I think he threw those in, and there might have been a couple other things, and then he put the plate. And nobody was bidding on it, and I was like, well, I want the plate, and this is it's very pretty. So I happened to get all of it because I wanted the one plate and nobody was bidding on it. Then I got this. This was cool on its own. Look at that. It needs to be washed and stuff. It's probably going to be rusty. I'm not one of those professionals that can get all that rust off, but I like it like that anyway. I would just clean like the normal dirt off. Then I got this gorgeous lamp here. I loved the bottom. I did pay separately, like I paid for that on its own. This I paid for on its own. A lot of this will be a mix between eBay and our live sales. Like this, for example, will be in eBay. I got, oh, I just noticed, see it's so dirty. I was like, oh, is that cracked? But I got a tumble up, but I've not seen one in a metal holder, so I thought that was pretty cool. I got a teacup and saucer. I believe it's Nippon. Yes. I got this ceramic canister. Now he had it next to these things, but he didn't sell it with it. So I got this separately. I got this beautiful, transfer? What am I thinking? Anyways, this beautiful dish here. Look how beautiful that is. It's a blue, yeah, transfer. I'm like having a moment. Okay, let's come over here. This is the plate actually I was waiting for, this little old plate. And he threw it in with that big bowl at the very end. So that's what I was actually waiting for, and that's just how it goes. Oh, nope, I can't go there. So much stuff everywhere. Okay, let's just stay there for a minute. And then I got this one. Look at that. Look at the decoration on that. Hold on. There's the bottom there. And then I got the portrait plates. I got this beautiful piece that I have to clean up. This one I think is Nippon as well. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. I thought this was unique, this little 3-piece set. And I hadn't seen this little mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and look that up. I got this. This does have some wear, but how cool is that? So it has its little lid. He almost dropped it and broke it. They're kind of rough with what they do with their stuff. All right, I got this. I forget the name of it's like a toolbox. It needs quite a bit of work. Aaron and I are gonna work on this. I got this doctor's bag that's actually was local to where we used to live. It needs a little bit of love, but I grabbed that. Let me come over here. Now here's a couple other things that was in a lot that I didn't specifically buy, but he just lotted it together. I want to say he put this with, I think it might have been with the doctor bag or something at the end. But we got this, and I think it's got a ring of fire there. Is it? Can you see? Anyways, but this plate was in there. And then this is a Royal Dalton plate. Like that. And then in here is a Spode plate. Another clipper ship. And then there is this beautiful, I keep saying and then, I'm sorry, there's just a lot. Nippon, this gorgeous floral dish. And in here, Lord only knows what was in here. Everything goes so fast. It's probably another plate, but, oh, okay. Oh, it's a Norman Rockwell plate. I loved his stuff, you know, like his artwork was beautiful. All right, I got this Van Briggle piece. It does have a some crazing and that like crack there, but look at this. This is one of my favorite things I got. Isn't that beautiful? And then this beautiful piece. I don't know, it looks like they got paint splatter or something on the inside, but the outside's fine. And usually it's flowers, but this one's a melon. They did a watermelon transfer. That's a cool one. And then that is a light shade, or they're both light shades, but that one glows. So I was excited for those, and he lotted them together. At first, he did this one, and I didn't go after this one because I think I took down a pink shade that had been on there for in my store for 2 years. And then he was doing that one, and I was about to go for that one. Nobody bid on it. And just as I was about to go for it, he lotted them together. So I was like, okay, I got 2 of them. And then these little pieces were thrown in. Isn't that pretty? A little cream and sugar. And these are some tags from like a booth owner, I guess. And then this was thrown in as well. This plate was thrown in a lot. Here's a couple more of those doorknob pieces. This was in a box lot that I went after, this little perfume. This really, I have to look that up and see what the heck that word is. What it means. This glows. Now, let me move my chair. I wouldn't have normally, like, gone after this lusterware because, you know, it's kind of common, but he lotted it together. He lotted it with one of the pin cushions that I wanted, and so I just got all the stuff for the price of the pin cushion, and I think he stuck this elephant on there, and this bottle came from somewhere. I don't know. And then we got this beautiful piece here. These were thrown in some lot. This was in a box lot that I bought, but I specifically went after this piece. Isn't that cool? This, there was a pin cushion, I think. And, oh no, okay, so this was with this perfume bottle and a couple other little things, and then like random stuff like this little espresso cup set was in there. These were in there, like this brass hook and whatever this little block is. I bought this tulip canister set on its own. I just have to clean it up. I have to take a sip. Let me see, I got something right over to the side. Let me show you. This came in a box lot. It says Sleepmate by Sears and Roebuck. I'm wondering if it makes like sleep sounds, like an old school version. I'm not sure. I'll see about that. Then you guys saw how some things got wet. He started to do this. He started off with like these two, and I didn't really want it. He was doing them individually. And then this is great, but the mat got wet. And then I wasn't going to do it. And then I had seen these. Now this needs to either be repaired, or I could just take this. If it's not too hard of a paper, you know, sometimes you can sell them kind of rolled up and you can frame it yourself. But I thought that was really neat. Look at her little dress is coming off. What was she doing? And then there was this one. He looks like they look like they're at a masquerade ball. I thought that was cool. So yeah, it ended up being all, he put all the pictures together in the end. So I have all of those. Well, I think I got everything. Pretty sure. So let me just give you an overview of all of our haul from today. It's a lot of work. We gotta wash and clean a lot of it and get it ready for our sales in our eBay store. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget that you guys can send us an email to chapter2vintage@gmail.com if you see anything that you're interested in, like if you can't come to our sales or anything like that. Be sure to message us over there. What else was I going to say? Oh, we're going to have a live sale on Thursday at 6 p.m. and I just might have a pop-up sale maybe this weekend. I'm not sure about that, but I'll just throw that out there. And yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be reminded of videos like this and when we have our sales and stuff like that. And I'll talk to you guys in another one. Bye.